You bow your head and cover your heart out of respect. While looking downward, you notice that a beautiful gold ring now lies at your feet.
Well,
it's not nailed down.
Yeah.
You lift the gold ring from the ground and carefully place it into your pocket. Okay, now we're looking for that date. Nope.
Some of the graves can be pretty funny anyway.
Nope.
So
You want me to slow down so we can read these?
Yeah.
I know, it might take too long.
This young man sought to be holy to save himself from being lowly. He joined the hood and wore their clothes. Eventually died from professional. Okay.
It was cloth. So it might end.
Yeah.
Bartholomew Scrooge.
To warn him he would pay no mind of his ailing health. His relatives, they bided their time. After all, he had great wealth.
King's Quest 4 has better tombstones.
Yeah.
Jacob Scarlet. He would not rise from out of bed, not even to soothe his aching head. Should have heeded what the doctor said. It's too late now, for he is dead.
Yeah.
I'm way bigger than these tombstones in the back here.
Count Christopher Ever. Yeah. The young of year, his time so near, said he, my dear, lend me your ear. Please do not fear, my life ends here. Wait a minute, death date.
That's the right date.
Yeah.
1,200.
Well, only one thing to do then.
Go do some normal grave robbing.
Win in an adventure game. Okay.
As for taking stuff out of graves is kind of a feature of adventure games.
Yeah. Yeah.
You stop digging when your shovel hits something hard.
Yeah.
Nervously, you reach down, open the coffin, and look inside.
Box.
You search through the belongings of the deceased. According to the headstone, they belong to a Count Christopher Ivar. After some tentative searching, you find a parchment. It appears to be the last will of Larmon Obnor, healer. This isn't right. You run your eye over the parchment. It's dated 1200, the same as the date on the headstone. However, the instructions pertain to his burial where for Lamar to be buried, Lamon were to be buried, were to be placed near his family at the church cemetery. Oh dear.
Great, the church again.
So, I robbed the wrong grave. Great.
Dang, I hate it when that happens.
And it's the church again. Those guys are a bunch of zealots. Oh, and they can turn into wolves and are out to kill those guys, but...
Okay, so let's now go rob the spooky church graveyard.
Yay.
Must rob every grave.
No, we can't rob every grave. If we do that, our shovel will break.
Yeah.
Then we just have to punch down a tree to make another.
This isn't Minecraft.
You climb back into the rowboat. Okay. Let's see if we can get out of here.
Apparently, and it's a whole lot easier than getting in for some reason.
Adventure game navigational logic.
Well, maybe Graham remembered the path back on his own.
As long as we
Didn't need
don't-
your instructions.
When we go back in, we're gonna have to navigate the same way we did the first time.
As long as we're going grave robbing, we might as well stop by the house of someone randomly.
Yeah, let's just see if Grandma left anything when she got vampired.
Yeah.
After all, she's not using anything in the cottage.
Nope.
She won't miss it.
Be right back.
Kleptomania.
So, let's... Okay.
Here we go, Grandma's house. Can we look in the window? The window is fogged up from the cold night air. You can't see into the room. Okay.
Okay, so we could
There's
dive.
still light.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
we
it's
better go
foggy
extinguish that
light.
fire, you know. Only I can prevent cottage fires.
Well, looks like
There's no fire. Okay.
no one's home.
What's that?
No, I'm not trying to rearrange the furniture. You lift the pillow and look beneath it. To your surprise, you discover a small bottle of ointment. A label on the side reads Wolfbane. Being very careful not to smear it, you take the ointment and put it in your pocket. Okay.
That was useful.
Yeah.
The last time I did this, I had a terrible time getting the Wolfbane because it just would not show up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you should be safe if werewolves are to attack you.
What are the odds of that?
Come
There
on.
are no werewolves.
There are no
I mean, there are
werewolves
werewolves,
in
but-
Kalima.
Oops. No, I didn't mean to
Speak
talk.
Just like there aren't any, you're as likely to be attacked by a werewolf in Kalima as you are to be attacked by a vampire in Mordavia.
Of course, Kalima is the opposite of Mordavia. Everyone knows that. Kalima has obvious vampires and no werewolves. Mordavia has obvious werewolves and no vampires.
You guys, we haven't gotten to that game yet.
We're not uploading these in order. For all we know, we could have.
Yeah.
Okay, shush it with the Quest for Glory spoilers.
Oh. You're just going.
Why not? What's the worst that could happen?
You could die.
Your heart beats faster and faster as you push on the handle of the church door. It opens and you nervously step inside.
Well,
This is different. Evidently, someone stands at the center of the symbol, and you can see some hair from that part of the floor.
oh.
Uh-oh.
A large tapestry now adorns the wall behind the altar. The image on the tapestry bears a depiction of some kind of ceremony or ritual. It is somehow reminiscent of the room you are now standing in. What's this?
Can I make
Purple thing.
Gabriel Knight references?
No, we haven't done those yet either. Look over the book. It is a journal written by that name,
Head monk.
head monk of the Church of Kalima. Flipping through it, you see a paragraph with a name you recognize.
It is frustrating as always dealing with Count Kaldor and his ilk. He is just like his father, perhaps even worse. He insists that Kalima be pushed forward to enlighten the peasantry. Can he not see that his path leads to ruin? How can the people retain their moral goodness if their minds are filled with the knowledge of the wider world and all of its sin?
Gee, good question.
You turn a few pages more and choose another interesting looking paragraph.
I am quite convinced that Kaldor is so blinded by his so-called vision for Kalima that he cannot see the folly of his intentions. And yet, he is the Lord of Kalima. To publicly refute him would create confusion and anger in the people. I am a man of patience, the greatest gift his grace has granted me. Perhaps time will settle this young lord's idealism and grant him sense in the process.
The journal largely contains many entries of similar types and of daily matters of the monk's life. You are about to replace the journal where you found it when your eyes catch a most peculiar passage.
A wonderment was discovered in the forest this night. The spirits of the wild, long thought to be only of legend, have appeared to us, and saw fit to grant my brethren and I the most blessed of gifts. Such power we now have! Our forms can be abandoned in favor of any other, and I am to be their leader, the most powerful. They are bound to me inextricably. The spirits have made promises of greater things to come for us. Oh, it fills me with such longing. The endless possibilities, what we will achieve with our abilities. I am restless. I must leave for a time. The moon is full, and I feel the urge to join my pack as they run. Perhaps we will hunt. Perhaps we will kill. My mind is now clear, and I know the path before us. It is a path that shall lead us to greatness, and it will begin with the destruction of our nemesis. But now I no longer have the patience to write. I must run. I must hunt. I must!
The passage ends abruptly. Though there are many pages left to be written on, it is evident that the final passage was written a number of years ago. How strange. You replace the journal, putting it back where you found it.
Well,
Well,
huh.
let's just head out to the graveyard here.
You're sure they're not werewolves?
There is no such thing as werewolves.
Now, we've got some grave robbing to do here. Okay.
Roll up Neven. The jester joked his life away until a quip he made one day insulted was a baron's son who had this poor old jester hung. Lester Williamson. Here lies a man who feared all bugs, too scared to even lift his rugs. For if he had, he would have found insects that make little sound, with bites so deadly for their size that surely did cause his demise.
The moral of the story, don't be scared of bugs, they'll kill you.
Yeah.
Faith Cinders. Alas, my dear, you've come too near to your heart's greatest desire. It seems that now you've run afoul and should not have lit that fire. Faith Cinders. Bridget Troublewater. During the annual house inspection, she spied a mirror and its reflection. For days she lovingly gazed at it, unable to sleep or eat or sit, until the last of her earthly power, there she remained to their final hour. Shit. Well,
A lot of weird people buried in this.
Indeed.
Light of my life.
One nighttime, but
She was a lady with strange habits, whose friends kept only rabbits. When time came, her hunger due, her friends all wound up in her stew. The other creatures, also bunnies, found that not remotely funny. So their swift revenge they sought. The kitchen in her sleep they brought, heaved her into the large pot, which was, regretfully, much too hot. Okay, so here's a woman who got cooked by her rabbits.
for cooking her rabbits. Yeah.
Here we go.
Larman Ognarb.
Dear old Larman was a healer, cured many a deadly fever. When he caught that bitter day, healed not himself and passed away. That's the right grave.
Alright.
It might be obvious, but his name is an anagram of Marlon Brando.
We'll just dig up his remains, or
Yeah.
I guess they're not actually his.
Remains.
Alright.
How on earth
Do you
Stop
switch to
doing when your
grave
shovel
accents
hits
and-
something hard.
do you... Yeah. Were there coffins like it being shipped from somewhere else?
I saw a film where that happened once.
Oh.
With bated breath, you open the box. There it is, the tiara. As you retrieve the tiara from the final resting place, you let out a loud, relieved sigh. You feel as if the coming sunrise will be the most glorious sight you've ever beheld, considering how close you were to never seeing another again. Now don't delay. You still have to get it back to the castle.
That sounded like a wolf howl.
Don't know wolves.
You freeze, the wolf howl sends shivers down your spine. You force yourself to turn and face nothing. Your anxiety must be causing you to hear things.
Yeah.
Okay, so
No, you're not! I heard it too, Graham!
maybe you were all crazy.
Alright.
You may be right.
And it just may be a lunatic we're looking for. Okay, let's get out of here.
I don't know why you don't want to stay and participate
Okay, now-
in the service.
I don't actually remember how to do this next part, so we're just gonna fetch it. I don't remember if you use the wolf bane here or on the next
You
screen.
do. No, wait, on the next screen, I think.
As you can see, there are wolves, so we're going to need our wolf bane.